Welcome to episode 10 of the Outer Voices podcast. This is Rakeem here. After a brief hiatus for Mother's Day, we have to love our moms. Well, for the ones of us who have moms, got to show love for our moms and mother figures in our life. So we took a week off, and some of our hosts have not made a return. So, you know what? So, when you guys hear this, fuck you guys. No, I'm just playing. Uh, But our newest host, who was out the week beforehand, will be sitting in with me today, Miss Katherine.
Hey,
There you
I'm
go.
here.
Make your return.
Hello.
That's better.
I have a head full of ideas right now.
Yeah, you
So
got a head full
I'm
of
just.
ideas, and I wonder why. We
We'll
um
go into that too.
for our audience out there, children, don't do drugs unless you want
Oh,
to.
do you should don't do
I'm,
right. Don't do drugs. Weed is not a drug to
don't do
me.
drugs. Do
So
plants.
yes, keep it natural. Keep it of
Yes,
the earth.
keep it natural like your hair.
Yes,
Uh,
exactly.
I was going to say this for once again our other co-host who's not here, Holly, but I want to wish her congratulations. She graduated from the University of Mississippi this weekend. She is now a college graduate.
Woo!
She's
What is her degree was in religious studies?
religious studies.
Awesome. Go,
So,
Holly.
Holly, when you hear this, congratulations, more applause.
Yay! Okay. I didn't hear you giving applause.
Yeah, no, shit, that's what I got buttons for.
Okay.
I
Well,
ain't gonna-
I gave her real applause.
Who's gonna?
So,
Nah, that's too much. That's too much. Um,
okay.
but yeah, it's been a busy weekend for us, at least on this end of the podcast. I don't know what Catherine's doing up there in the Carolinas.
Oh, I've been all over the place. I had an awesome little weekend.
Me too, me too. It's
Went,
fun being
went,
out here.
went to the Greek festival. I bar hopped. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
went I went
I
to a
ate a bunch of I ate a bunch of really good food yesterday. Like yeah.
I went to a pool party in the symphony, and then I went to a Vietnamese place and ate some food that I loved but couldn't fucking pronounce.
Was it pho?
No, it was not pho. I know pho, and it was like bo bim bibim. It was bibim whatever. It was something with some bees. I'm not culturally appropriate. I can't. I'm not gonna try to pronounce it and continue to fuck it up. But it's something with some bees. It tastes good though.
Um, Okay.
Can't fucking eat with
I've
chopsticks
never
though,
had.
because I'm an idiot. Like I
Oh,
can't.
it's so easy.
Yeah, everybody says that, but I have no fucking. I can play a video game and snipe somebody from across the map while they're moving at 50 miles an hour, but I can't hold some goddamn fucking chopsticks.
Listen, you want to know the secret? There is no secret. Some people just try. They think try. They nuke it. That's a Navy term, but they try too hard. It just sit it in your just. I don't know. That's what I did. I just went into it like algebra. I didn't try to understand it. I just did it.
I'm just gonna have to start.
That's the trick.
I'm just
That's
gonna,
the trick.
I'm gonna start dating more Asian women so they can teach me.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
or that.
yeah. I
Or
like to
that.
eat.
Or you could just get the little one restaurant I went to, the little girl was making them, but the baby chopsticks that are all set up for you. You just gotta pinch them. Helps you eat smaller portions too.
See, I like my way better because I like to eat
Which
Asian.
is okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It, anyway,
Well,
it's time for us to get actually on our topic for the week, and with the onslaught of, well, the certain coming of what could be President Clinton Part 2, The Bitchening, or the evil of President Trump, we could be facing a new dystopian future, like seriously fucking 1984 style. So it might be time to bring up some good old fashioned conspiracy theories. I mean, who doesn't love a good
Woohoo, my
conspiracy theory?
favorite. It's my favorite thing. Like,
Oh
it
my
is my
god!
hobby.
And
I
Catherine,
spend way too much time
Catherine,
researching and reading about various conspiracy theories.
Catherine had to get in the right mindset prior to the podcast.
I'm still working on it too. I'm only halfway through this bowl. So.
Bowl of cereal, guys. Bowl of cereal.
Yes, a bowl of broccoli, actually.
Yeah,
Trees.
FBI and police. She's eating cereal.
No, I'm eating broccoli.
She's eating broccoli. Yes, with cheese.
Trees. Yes. Ooh,
Yes.
yes. There's some orange cheese on here.
But
Okay, anyways.
yeah, we're gonna talk about some of our favorite conspiracy theories. We're hoping to have more people on to input, but I'm sure we can give more than enough material for our time today. I know
Oh,
Catherine's
hell
about to
yeah.
come in with the. Oh my God! So
I can't
before
even believe we're entertaining this. I really can't, but I'm super excited to talk about it.
I have to preface this beforehand, like for the people who don't know. So, and this is a story. 'Cause I'm sure you remember this. So, it's been a growing movement in the past, like what year, maybe,
Been about a year, yeah.
of flat Earth people who say the Earth is flat and have all this quote unquote evidence that the Earth is flat, and probably one of the highest profile people that did it was B.O.B. a few months ago.
Yes, it's on his album cover and all. Under
Yes,
the dome shit.
and my God, he started beef with Neil deGrasse Tyson. And before we even go on the conspiracy theory bullshit, how the fuck as a rapper, do you start beef with a scientist? You just done run out. Like, seriously.
He's actually because he obviously did his research, so he knows that he's not just coming out of the woodwork with it.
I,
That's how I think he started beef with it. He came like he had receipts.
his
You know?
research. And I got
Yeah.
I got a lot of respect for B.O.B. I used to have a lot of respect for B.O.B. And I'm gonna there's another conspiracy theory that I learned. Well, not a conspiracy theory, it's real, but that we'll discuss after this. That I actually learned from B.O.B. from a B.O.B. song, which is very interesting. But yeah, so
We'll have to, yeah, I'm interested in that. So
it was a whole
let's
thing. But yeah,
wait. Let's hold on. Before we go into that, one of the biggest conspiracy theories of all. Just say yay or nay as far as your belief in it, and I will do the same, and we can touch on it later. Illuminati.
nay.
Okay.
And I have
Hello,
good
yay.
reason. I have good reason.
And I want to hear yours because I'm not as educated as I'd like to be on it. So, well, okay, that's
Yeah.
I just wanted to get that out of the way.
Okay, we're gonna bring it up because I have something something good for that.
Okay.
But yeah, to the flat Earth thing. So of course
Yes.
the theory is that I don't and this what throws me off. This theory is that the Earth is flat. It's actually flat, and we're being kept
Yes,
in the
but
dark
it's not
about it.
flat as people. It's really not flat as people probably initially think in their head. So the original thought, I was like, wait, what? And then I looked at it, and then I really started thinking about it, and so many things make sense because they even answer they answer questions. Like at any point at the bottom of the map, you could reach the South Pole. I say that with air quotes because they say it's a continent, but according to the flat Earth theory, it actually encompasses the flat Earth.
Yeah.
And a circle? Yeah.
So this is the Hellenistic. Okay, this is the Hellenistic flat Earth, right? This is the disc, like from the
Yes,
Greeks. Okay, that's what I was thinking.
yes, and in the center, yes, and in the center is the North Pole,
Right. So it's like
and we're spread out differently.
yeah. It's less
We're
of a
not on a globe.
yeah. It's less of a flat Earth, more like a disc shaped thing.
Yeah,
Which
and Antarctica surrounds it instead of as it would be wrapped around a ball at the bottom. Instead, it's a big ice circle that surrounds us.
oh wow.
I wish we could. I wish we could show pictures.
Um.
And
I,
it's also the UN flag. That is an example of what the flat Earth model looks like, and it's our UN flag, which is suspicious.
good lord. Um.
You
So
obviously okay. What?
I think it's absolutely ridiculous, but um, absolutely
Me too.
ridiculous.
I still watch this stuff, and I still keep watching whatever I can find.
I
However, not, and I'm like, am I really entertaining this thought? Am I? But then I think like, okay, we've learned all this stuff. NASA. It is a known fact that there's no picture of the Earth.
right.
Okay, so do you think we landed on the moon?
Yes, I think we. I think we.
You think that video in 1969? You think that was Yeah, you
Okay,
think that was legit?
here's the thing. I think the video, the actual video of them landing on the moon, was probably either doctored or like filmed for sake of propaganda. Like we did this because that was something that needed to happen. Like this is of course during the Cold War, and the Soviet Union had already sent up Sputnik years beforehand, and we were behind in space. So we needed to send a message to Russia that hey, we're on the moon. So I think they actually, I think Neil Armstrong, and I think Neil Armstrong will back this up because that man is awesome but kind of crazy. Like I think they went to the moon. Like they went there, they walked
I don't.
around, and came back.
100%. I don't.
But I don't believe they actually like went up there and took a video. I just went thinking
Why
they went
have
up.
we? But why have we not taken any videos since then? If we've been back, and
Okay,
technology has only gotten better.
so let's. Okay, this is gonna go down a path, and this is gonna go down a conspiracy theory
Okay,
path.
whoa, and the video. When you see Earth from supposedly from the moon, Earth looks just the same size that the moon looks from Earth.
No, no, no.
But
No, I'm
supposedly
sure.
you like
I'm
that's
sure
it's
that the
just
video
so
is
much
not real.
bullshit.
Like I'm almost sure that the video is not real. Like I believe they went there, had some what they got was some radio stuff back. Like they were on the radio going back and forth to Earth. That's it. I don't think there was actually any
No.
video. I think they went and just came back. But
See, I don't think
as for
no.
why they didn't come,
I
and
am
this,
100% convinced like that we have not been to the moon.
so I got a weird one. I got a weird one for you, and it goes with this. So one of the things Neil Armstrong claimed when he got back, and this has gotten him like Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin said when they came back, is that when they went to the moon and as they were going through Earth's atmosphere, they saw something that wasn't supposed to be there. And I think that's
Mm-hmm.
if we did go to the moon, that might be one of the reasons we never went back. And as you were saying, technology has jumped so fast. That's a theory. I have a theory about that, and this is actually another conspiracy theory that's out there. Have you noticed that technology from the beginning of time to the early 1900s was just like a slow crawl, just gradual?
Yeah. And then all of a sudden in the past like not even 10 years it's been like my mind is just like blown at
From the
like I
19
feel
I was just saying from the
what?
1930s up to now, technology has grown so fast and so almost exponentially that it doesn't make sense. Almost. Like, in all of
True.
human evolution, we've hit a moment where we've advanced so quickly that we're outpacing ourselves.
Oh, it's kind of scary, which is why I refuse to get like I don't know new phones every year. And oh my god.
So here is my thing. Now, I don't believe this. This is a theory, conspiracy theory. I don't believe it, but it. No. I think that it could be possible that we're not advancing on our own. That maybe we were
Okay.
given some things by extraterrestrial. And I'm not saying extraterrestrial as in alien from outer space, maybe. I mean, that's possible. Because it's an infinite universe. There's infinite things out there and infinite possibilities. But if you follow alternate Earth theory and parallel Earth theory, it is simpler to travel across dimensions than across light years. Because it's a matter of going a small distance to a extremely large distance.
See, now this is okay. So this would be one conspiracy theory or whatever we want to call it that I am not well versed on.
Okay.
I mean, I can't. I have never even looked into this. This is all like a pretty new topic for me.
This is what we're here for today. We're gonna learn some conspiracy theories. But and of course the theory is
this is why I wish JJ at least was a participant, because I know he probably has some good stuff up his sleeve.
He probably does. He's just fucking sleep. JJ, once again, you hear this? Fuck you, dude. This podcast is gonna be just this was gonna be out there. I already know it's gonna be out there.
All right, we could talk. Well, let's name some of the most popular ones. I had them pulled up. Let me get my handy dandy.
I want to go just a little more into while you pull it up a little more into what I was saying about technology. So,
say what?
With the technology and the cross dimensional, maybe even outer space type stuff. So, of course, the theory is that some other beings contacted NASA or upper level government officials, whatever, in the 1930s, and basically are pushing our advancement into a species of interstellar or interdimensional travel. That's why we have things that our technology is so much better and it's growing so much faster and faster every year. I mean, scientists say that we'll be able to download our consciousness onto
No, I don't even. That freaks me out, dude.
Hey, it's
for
the
real.
future. You have to be ready.
So inorganic. It's so inorganic, though. Like, I don't like it. I don't know.
I mean, what are we other than just flesh computers?
I don't honestly know. I think we all have our own free will more than we're just computers.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're intelligence, but not artificial intelligence. We're intelligence, but we're.
Oh, my brother would be good in this conversation. But he could go on and on when it comes to this.
Oh shit. Okay. Sorry, another one, and this is less of a good. Well, this is kind of a conspiracy theory. Have you ever heard of the Mandela effect?
I don't know.
Okay, and this is for all the listeners out there. I'm pretty, and everyone's pretty young enough or old enough to know this just about. So most people have heard of the. You remember the book series about the little bear family with the mother, father, and the sister.
The Berenstein Bears.
You remember as Berenstein, correct?
Yeah. Berenstein.
Yeah, no, with an E, right?
Yeah.
It has always been Berenstain with an A.
Oh, it has?
Yes, but your memory, if you think about it right now, even if you're picturing the books in your head, you're picturing an E.
Oh, it is. Yeah, but it is. Wait, yeah, I am picturing an E.
And every time you've
Is
pronounced
it
it,
the way it was written?
mm-mm. See,
I'm looking at it right now. It's the. It looks like it's the way it's like written in cursive.
you would think, but even like even
Okay,
with
so what is it?
even with the pronunciation, like you would think someone else, like you would think that somebody would have corrected the world at this point because the entire world says Berenstain. It
Okay,
and
but then what? So what's okay? So then what's the Mandela
the
effect?
Mandela effect. The Mandela effect is the theory that of course, there are parallel universes, and
Hmm.
from time to time, those universes collide. And since time is not a river, it doesn't go just forward. It's more like a puddle. Everything exists all at one time.
Okay.
So when two universes collide, it creates a third universe that is combined with bits and pieces of the previous universes. Something that we wouldn't even notice because it's just a meshing together of timelines. So, the Mandela effect is that the entire world can have false memories of a timeline that no longer exists. Because it was a timeline in a universe that was previously separate from the one we are in now.
Okay.
So the reason we remember Berenstain instead of Berenstain, because the original timeline we were in, it was Berenstain. But at some point, our universe and another universe collided, and those timelines combined. So, and now in reality, it's Berenstain. It has always been Berenstain. But we have memories of it being Berenstain from another timeline. We have false memories.
Okay.
And they call it the
Okay.
Mandela effect because before Nelson Mandela was released from prison in 19 can't remember 19 something or 8 yeah late 80s early 90s. I'm a terrible history major, guys. I'm sorry. Um, but when he was released, no one remembered he was in prison anymore because the entire world just about thought that Nelson Mandela had died in prison.
That's weird. Okay, so what else is so then do you think that that's the cause of a lot of conspiracy theories?
It could be a cause of many things. You know how usually like and everyone's experienced this. They've experienced deja vu, where you like I've been here
Yeah,
before.
all the
What
time.
what if you have
All
been there before? What if a different you in that different timeline before this one had been to that place or experienced that event?
Well, I don't know, but I hope one of me in a timeline somewhere is a rich bitch and she finally collides with me and I find myself very financially blessed. I will say that. If that is the case.
Yeah,
Oh, Jif or Jiffy peanut butter.
have you
What?
you've fallen down the Mandela effect rabbit hole, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. This is bad.
Yeah, it's fucking with your head.
Yeah, I tend to go down the rabbit hole a lot.
And see, I'll lend you another little tidbit. So we got to go with the Mandela effect. So when you have a dream, it's they've had
Okay.
studies that show that have shown, and once again, guys, go look this up because I'm talking out my ass here. But I've seen it before. All right.
I can look it.
But they have
Okay.
said that dreams are tied to the memory center of the brain, not the imagination center. That
Hmm?
means that dreams are more tied to memories than it is to you just making stuff up. So most of the things you see in a
Um,
dream have been.
well, it's obviously things that you've seen in your lifetime, in your life,
But
jumbled together.
but what about the things that you have never seen?
I don't know.
Your
True.
the nightmares, the monsters, the things that you would think that only is your imagination. What if it's not your imagination? What if these things have existed before in a completely different timeline, and what you are experiencing in your dreams are literally memories of that other you?
Well, okay. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's when, I don't know, big life events happen. Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm. What? Wait, like, do you know how people say past lives exist?
Yeah, I
People,
definitely think so.
once again, what if it's not a past life? What if it's just another
Okay.
timeline that has been smashed into you? See, if you think of parallel universes like the regular chaotic universe where things just can kind of collide and whatever without knowing, you could literally be the culmination of hundreds, thousands, millions of universes smacking together, and you would just never
That's all
know.
just, yeah, you wouldn't, and that's all just too much for my brain right now.
I,
But I am looking at a lot of these.
my goal is
So
to just
the
block, huh?
Lindbergh baby was found.
What? No.
It said in this time stream, the 20-month-old baby was found in 12 May 1932. Jif or Jiffy peanut butter.
Oh, okay. See, you've once again the Jesus. The Mandela effect will fuck with your mind. It'll make you start
Yeah, it's
questioning
really weird.
everything about what you thought
Everything.
was real. So that's a fun one.
Not
That is a fun
cool.
theory.
That is fun. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Well, okay, so now I have up the 10 most popular these are like the basic bitches of conspiracy theories though. These are like just diving in but not getting your feet too. Just going like just sticking your toes in the water.
Yes, yes. Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the
Exactly.
tip.
There you go. Maybe we should rename the podcast just the
Just the
tip.
tip.
AIDS is a man-made disease. Duh, I think we all know that by now.
Yeah.
Like, duh. The government was involved in 9/11.
Okay, that one. That one.
Okay.
So I think my theory on that is the government did not perpetrate 9/11. I think it was something that was originally meant to be allowed to happen. Like they knew
It was
something
a
was going to.
sacrifice.
Yeah, it was. They knew something was going to happen, and they were like, "Okay, we would need this. We need this to happen for societal cohesion. Like, we need something to rally the people again, to like build patriotism, rally the society." And they were like, "Okay, we're gonna let this happen. We're gonna let this happen." But I think they underestimated the size of the plan. And when they were going, "Oh, we need to let this happen," and then they realized, "Oh shit, it's way bigger than we thought. We can't let this happen." It was already too late.
Probably true. There was definitely some type of involvement. We're too smart for this shit now.
I think I think that the plane that crashed into the Pentagon, that was the original plan. I don't think the Twin Towers were what they thought was going to happen. I think they thought that side of the Pentagon, they would get most of the people out of it beforehand. Let that plane crash into the Pentagon, and then they would have a national tragedy where not many people would die, but it was something to rally against.
Terrorism. It's the war against terrorism. It gave it. Yeah, duh.
And I think the Twin Towers were a complete shit.
They were an inside job. They were not hip. They were bombed.
Yeah, no. Well, here's the thing. You also got to remember that Osama bin Laden was a member of one of the largest and most powerful construction families in the world. It doesn't take a lot to just have someone in that tower to put a bomb in. They wouldn't think twice about it.
Yeah.
Exactly. I just believe it was something that they started to allow to happen, but it got completely out of control, and
then there was no going back and trying to. There was no going back. Okay. Well, here's some more. Of course, we already discussed the 1969 Apollo moon landing.
Mm.
NASA is a bunch of bullshit to me. Shakespeare didn't write all those plays.
That's okay. That's not.
I've never heard this one, so let me read it to any listeners, because I've never heard it.
I was an English minor with a propensity for Shakespeare, so yes, I've heard this one.
Well, I should know this because my mom is just an English major with a propensity for Shakespeare. The most famous playwright in the world might not have existed at all. Conspiracy theorists have been debating Shakespeare's life for years, arguing that William Shakespeare was just a pen name used by a group of writers, which might explain why his signature varied throughout his career. Others think that he did exist, but that he was simply a figure for another person to write plays through, such as Christopher Marlowe, Sir Francis Bacon, or Queen Elizabeth. Right. The main argument against Shakespeare is the fact that he was uneducated, which seems rather elitist. Regardless, this theory still generates fifth in Google's conspiracy theory search.
Right.
I've never even heard that before.
Well, that one is very hard to prove, but I have heard it before, and as someone who's studied Shakespeare, I don't buy it, because his stuff is too uniform. Multiple writers would not have the same signature, same writing signature, not the way they look written.
Into this. Oh my God, Kylo, my cat is just sorry.
It's all cool. I'm sure the listeners don't mind your cat being involved.
No, he's just so loud. Okay.
Yeah, but no, Shakespeare's writing style did not change at all, and you wouldn't get that with multiple writers. But on a side note with that theory, and this one is a theory that goes with Christianity, so it is widely believed that Shakespeare helped write much of the King James Version of the Bible, especially Psalms and Song of Solomon.
Okay.
And to go even more into it, because why not? It is widely believed, because sexuality was different back in the day. Okay, we put it out there. Right. Sexuality was different in England during the time that King James, who wrote, quote unquote, the King James Version of the Bible, Shakespeare was one of his many male lovers. William Shakespeare was many male lovers, which throws a whole wrench into a lot of the Christians who, are so super anti-homosexual, when the major version of the Bible that you get everything from was more than likely written by a man who had male lovers.
I mean, I can believe that.
Yeah, no, it's
but there are a lot of people that can't.
Like he was the king, and it was common for men to bed other men during the time. In Shakespeare's works. It happens pretty commonly. What a lot of people don't realize in Romeo and
In
Juliet.
all work,
Yeah, like in I don't know,
in
if,
the
like
Iliad, they said Patroclus is supposed to be Achilles' lover, not his cousin, like
oh,
they portray in Troy.
oh yeah, no, Greece was all about some man love, like
Exactly.
and in Romeo and Juliet, you know the character of Mercutio. Well,
Yes.
you would notice that Mercutio was kind of angry throughout, and he was Romeo's quote unquote best friend. Well,
Oh yeah, because they're probably
Oh
lovers.
yeah, Mercutio straight up says it at one point that he sleeps. He has thinking something like he takes bed with Romeo.
Oh,
Like it's funny how
homosexuality has been around forever. Like, I don't know why people try to act like it's brand new. And I don't know why people try to act like men wanting to dress in women's clothing is brand new either. Men have always like worn long dress type things. So,
which this gets me into some more modern and we're gonna go back to your list as you go back down. We're gonna put a pin in it for a second, but this goes back
okay.
to a couple of modern theories about homosexuality. There have been some Christian theorists, of quote unquote Christian. I'm not saying for all of them, but there's been some crazies out there who said that homosexuality is new. Like the reason there are so many homosexuals now is because it's new. It's been created. Um, and Catherine,
Okay.
do you know what a hotep is?
Yes, I do know what a hotep is.
For any
I
for
have I have definitely educated myself on that one, partially just because it was amusing. But yeah,
Well, I love
it's
I love hoteps. They're the most hilarious thing in the world. But
I know it is hysterical. Like I started to have some friends that would like get genuinely upset about it,
mhm.
and I just started. You just have to like it is pure entertainment and just take it as such. Don't even try to be offended because you're going to be offended all every way, which and I know men that buy into this shit.
Well, for listeners who don't know, hoteps are generally black people who let's just say they're hard to describe. Super Afrocentric and crazy as shit. They are also very Egyptocentric. You can go look up hoteps, but you get a lot of quote unquote Hebrew Israelites, and oh, they're insane. Like I'm
Oh,
all about.
it's very misogynistic, it's very racist, it's very victim centric.
Yeah, like it,
What
and
else?
they put it under the guise of black uplift, but it is very much
Yeah,
it is like it's terrible.
being woke, being
Yeah,
woke, being woke.
and like for someone who has a focus in African American studies, hoteps are very detrimental. Like they're very
Thank you.
detrimental, but they
I
come
can't
up.
say that, or I come up. I
No, that's
sound
what I'm
like
for.
a privileged, but yeah, like thank you.
Like they are horribly detrimental, but they come up with the most crazy shit. And one of my favorites is that homosexuality is actually
It was created by white
yes,
people.
it was created by white people to destroy the
African
black race.
American. I've, I've heard
She's
that
dying.
before.
She is dying right now.
Oh my god! Because I've heard. I just remember I was like, y'all cannot be serious. Like this is ludicrous.
This is it's the oh my god, yeah.
I've read so much about it.
Oh my god,
It's just my memory's just going of all the stupid shit I've read about. Oh my god! I found blogs.
like oh my god, it's homosexual.
Like I
Literally, they
went
say
down that rabbit hole, and it is
oh my god.
it is hysterical. I have pictures somewhere on my computer of screenshots I took of people like going on and writing paragraphs on paragraphs about how the white man created homosexuality just for the I and pushed it upon black.
Oh, I've seen somewhere it was like it wasn't even pushing upon. Like I've seen one, it's like one person that said homosexuality was literally a virus that was created and put in the water supply in black communities.
I've never heard that one.
Yes, yes, that actually happened. Homosexuality. Okay, and for all our homosexual listeners, I'd like you to know that what you have is a disease that is a virus that was that was created by the U.S. government. And I'm sorry, apparently. Oh my God!
Because it's all a conspiracy to rid the world of black people. All of it. White people, we spend every waking minute just thinking about how to destroy black.
Like, it doesn't make any sense because why would you make so many gay white people? I'm so confused.
No. But then exactly. But then at the same time, we use black people to exploit and make money off of, and we want to enslave black people again, and there still is slavery. So which one is it? Are we trying to get rid of y'all, or are we trying to get more of y'all and exploit y'all? Like, it doesn't even make sense.
Hoteps are confusing.
It is just circles and circles of talking. It is hysterical. Like, it's pure comedy.
I got another Hotep one. So do you know about of course you heard about the RH factor in blood?
Yes.
So
oh my God.
It's more white people than the rest of the world are RH positive.
Okay.
Someone said that the reason white people are RH positive is because white people had sex with rhesus monkeys.
with what? With what?
Rhesus monkeys. It's a little monkey. It's a little type of monkey.
Okay.
And that's why more white people are RH positive, because they actually have rhesus monkey blood. So you people, white people, are the descendants of monkeys.
Okay, but I thought black people were descendants of monkeys.
No.
I thought we all are. According to evolution, we all are.
No. See, black people are the only real humans.
Oh, okay. I've heard that one. Yeah, that's right.
That's a big Hotep thing. Like, black people are the only real humans. Everyone else, and this. Okay, and here's the problem.
And we're aliens and shit like that.
Yeah, but okay, here's a little bit of a problem with that, because Homo sapiens originated on the continent of Africa. So in that regard, Africans were the original Homo sapiens. But in no other regard are black people the only humans ever. Oh my God. And the white people are okay. I got more on that, because there's two conflicting ones on that one. So there's the idea that white people are aliens that have come down
from Mars, right?
Somewhere, I don't know. To enslave and whatever black people. And this is really big in the black Muslim world. Like, not Muslim, because I'm gonna get this straight. Like, Muslims.
Okay. Here it is. I was looking for this. Let me say this real quick to the listeners. The rundown of Hoteps in terms you'll understand. This specimen can usually be found championing for the rights of black men while simultaneously throwing black women. I can't even get this out. Black trans persons, black members of the LGBTQ community, or anyone else who is not a black male under the bus. It's so true. Hold on. Okay. Oh, yes.
She's
I
dying.
got
She's
pissed.
dying.
A black woman on the pole that my daughters can look up to, and they have women like taking down the Confederate flag. And then there's weird kings and queens.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
But
All right.
so in the black Muslim, uh, American black Muslim thing, there's the idea from Elijah Muhammad, of course, that when it's not from Elijah Muhammad, the black Muslims are created by Elijah Muhammad, but there is an idea that the white race, quote unquote, was created by an evil scientist, an alien scientist,
Okay.
known as Yakub. And Yakub created white people to originally be servants. But
Okay.
since they were evil, of course, they overthrew the black kings and queens and
Oh
subverted
yes,
them.
yes, because white people are pure evil.
Yes.
That is true. Yes.
On the other hand, from other people, other hoteps, black people are in fact aliens. Not just aliens, though. We are alien deities. We are alien gods who visited this planet and ruled over it until we
Oh,
started to
okay.
intermingle with you people.
The evil white people.
Yes, and we
Okay.
we were muddled and such for fucking you guys.
Oh, and the white women are really evil, and we like try to take black men because
Blonde hair,
why?
because you're a blonde haired, blue eyed white devil. What?
Yeah, because
Do you
we're
need
we're
anything
yeah
else?
we're evil bitches.
And see,
Huh?
okay, and on a real serious note, I talk shit about hotels because it's crazy. It is crazy. However,
Because it's fun.
it comes from a really really serious place, and that is the place where historically and now black people have been the lowest place in American society and in the world for the past 200 years since European colonialism in Africa. Black people have held the lowest spot in the world. And this is what happens after holding the lowest spot in the world and being told your shit. You're just trying to come up with something to bring yourself back up. And it doesn't have to make sense anymore. Because you've been so mind fucked because you've been treated like shit so much that you're gonna make up anything to bring yourself
True.
back up. And that's fucked up. Like, it's fucked up that so many have to come up with this crazy bullshit because we have been given the shit stick for so long.
I
Oh my!
just say take what's I mean, white people, I guess, have been just going and doing whatever the fuck they wanted and taking whatever they wanted. Y'all do that shit too. Take
Well,
what's yours.
see,
Pillage,
that's
rape,
what white people are afraid of.
I know. That's why.
That's
I mean,
why
we
y'all.
are. That's true.
That's why we've been kept so. That's why we've been kept in the lowest
There is a
position.
point to that. Yeah, there is. So there is something to be said about that. But I mean, I say take what's rightfully yours. Shit.
This is
You
this is
know,
fucked up to say.
instead of sitting around whining and coming up with all these crazy extra theories about it, just go back and swipe it back. Shit.
Start taking our shit back.
Yeah,
Look,
take your shit back. Go back
if all the coaches
if
of the
you're mad
world,
about being. I hear a lot about being pissed that they were taken from Africa. So if Africa is your true home and you're not happy here and you're pissed that you're here, go back to Africa.
okay,
Or go
oh,
to Africa. You've never been there.
okay. Here's the problem with that. You have people who say Africa's our home, and we gotta I
stripped
don't
from our
I
land.
don't buy into that because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Our ancestors were taken from their homeland and that, and they were brought to America. However, most of our ancestors that we are going to be directly tied to are tied not to Africa, but to America. Our ancestors built America. What the
True.
foundation upon which America is built was built on the backs of enslaved Africans.
So take your y'all built this land. I
Like
mean,
I
you
ain't
did.
going, like I
Take
ain't
your
going
shit
nowhere.
back.
Like fuck you. I'm not going back
Why
to
you
Africa.
want
We
to?
worked.
Yeah,
We
that's
worked
so
hard for this
true.
shit. This is ours. You go back, not you, but
Yeah,
like
y'all
oh
go
my
back to
god.
living in. It's true though.
That's what
That's a good point.
that's another thing I'm all about. Like if all the cultures in the world that have been subverted by once again, listeners, this is not a white people are evil thing, but Europeans went on a crusade all around the world to make themselves superior with the idea that they
Little dick syndrome.
yeah, that they went around the world conquering everybody with the idea that they are superior. And if all the cultures they subverted on that crusade decided, you know what, fuck you guys, we don't have to put up with this shit,
Yeah, get out.
it would be insane. Like, it reminds me of Trump so much, like the whole build a wall shit.
Do we see it now? This scale model of how enormous Africa is in comparison to a little place like England.
Yes. But
Even the Native Americans.
And here's the thing about what a lot of people don't realize about when people think Africa, they think of Africa like a country. First of all, Africa is many countries.
Oh my gosh!
And
exactly.
And that's why it was able to be like conquered so easily, because these weren't people who were together in like one culture and stuff. This was many different countries, many different peoples, many different tribes, many different cultures trying to live their lives, and then you had like a united front of white people just sweeping through shit. So, like,
do it what we do best.
Like I don't like people are always like, well, y'all just you fight for Africa. Well, because you know this tribe was fighting this tribe over here, and all of a sudden these motherfuckers showed up in these boats, these big ass boats, and we didn't know what these big ass boats were, and they had guns and shit, and we just trying to live, and there's too much shit going on. And next thing we know, we on the boat, and now we picking cotton. I don't even know how that happened. Like, it's like you blacked up and woke up in America. Like, fuck, what? Did somebody roofie me? What? Good Lord. I'm sorry, I went down a... Oh.
I was going to say, you went, I lost you for a minute there.
Sorry. It's just one thing. Like, hoteps, man, y'all gotta do better. Like, you gotta do better.
Take some responsibility. That's all I say.
And stop belittling. You don't have to belittle people to make
a point.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like Catherine was saying, another thing about hoteps is through all their crazy conspiracies and stuff, they simultaneously put up black women as goddesses, but then knock down all women as being so much less. Like, oh, the black woman is so great, and she's a goddess, and she's beautiful, but she needs to be completely subservient, and she doesn't need to talk.
But she cannot have her own sexual desires.
Yeah, she needs to be a good, nice servant woman. Like, fuck off, dude. Like, you're not. You're not.
Oh, and anti-gay, and
yeah.
They no time for gayness.
It's not even just like they don't like anything that's not uber masculine, like
yes.
Quote unquote bitch niggas. First of all, that shouldn't even be a phrase. Like, that's stupid. But bitch niggas.
Do you know who that reminds me of?
Oh, there's a
That
name
term.
coming.
You want me to? I'm gonna say the nickname, and you just tell me if you know who I'm talking about. Peaches.
Oh yeah. Okay, I can't, I can't fully talk about that as much as I would like to because that relates back to people that I know very well and probably wouldn't like that to be told. But on the grounds of black people not accepting homosexuality, that's what happens.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah.
That's exa-
That's my point.
for the, personal note. Once again, we're not mentioning any names, but there's a scenario
He's,
where there is a
we literally his nickname is
there
literally
was
a
clearly
piece of fruit.
there was clearly a homosexual young man that
Clearly.
clearly, but his we just all had to deal with the fact that he wasn't quote unquote homosexual.
Yes, he would pretend all day long that he had girlfriends and he loved girls and oh my
And
god.
you try to be supportive because you're supposed to be supportive
Like,
of friends and
right,
but
right. And then I would even say something to, I'd say something and call him by his name and he'd be like and he'd snap me out like and say it's Peaches, honey. And I'd
yeah,
be like, okay,
like
okay. And you okay. Your nickname is literally a piece of fruit. Like, okay,
exactly.
gotcha.
And but like this boy was sweeter than sweet tea. You know, like
He's so adorable.
he was diabetes. He was diabetes. He's a great kid though. Great kid. Love him to death.
Oh
But
my
he
god.
comes from a community, and he comes from and I know this community very well because where I grew up, that homosexuality is just not acceptable, and as a huge problem in the black community in general, just to be honest. But it is very common to once a person, male or female, starts to, hit puberty and starts to realize that they're homosexual, they
That is not allowed.
yeah, that is not allowed, and they will be everything else but gay. You can be a girl and be a tomboy, quote unquote, but you ain't gay, even though you really like
No,
women.
but you can be a little fruitcake, but you ain't gay. You're
Yeah,
just a little fruit.
you can, as the old black folk used to say, "Oh, that boy just got a little sugar in his tank." He got a
He's a
lot
little
more than sugar in his tank. What you're looking for, he got dick in his tank.
in his yeah.
Like, let him go
hmm
enjoy some dick. Like there were many times I went to.
Stop suppressing that baby.
Yeah, it's like go ahead, like dude, if you want to go suck some dick, go suck some dick. More power to you. Chef don't judge. Like,
And I
eh,
have so many examples of dudes like that too. Like I was in the Navy with a couple of them. Oh my lord! And he used to like come and snap like, and the one thing they have in common is they all snap me out, and I'm like, so you're really gonna snap me and then say that you're not gay? Okay, gotcha.
uh,
Like, and it's
uh, oh my goodness.
yeah, it's blessed. But he would just tell me about his girlfriend and stuff, and I'd be like, okay, okay, your girlfriend, okay, gotcha.
Like, dear world, just like let them be themselves, so they don't have to deal with this shit, and so we don't have to deal with this shit.
Yeah, their little bitchy
Like,
attitude.
as selfish as it sounds, I want the world to be more accepting, so it can be easier for me. Because, like, if you accept people and they can accept themselves, then I won't have to sit here and pretend like this shit ain't real. Like, man, I know, and there's another young man that I know who, once again, not saying his names, met him when he was very young, and I knew from the moment I knew what gay was, I was like, that boy is going to be gay. And he was like little, like before there is any sexual anything. I was like, he's gonna like boys. And to this day, he's quote unquote not gay, even though there have been many instances from people, many stories where he has said he likes men. Like,
Do I know who this person is?
you do. Once again, not saying any names. We'll discuss that afterward.
You don't. Okay.
But there have been instances, many instances that I've heard that he's attracted to men. He has been quote unquote said that when he gets drunk, he gets a little gay when he's drunk.
I need to know who this is.
And afterward,
Okay.
or in the chat, but
just text it, yeah.
But I'm sitting here. Like I said, this is a kid I've been known since he was a child, and I want for this kid. I want this kid to be happy and accepting of who he is. But I know he comes from a place where that's just it can't happen. Like, it can't happen, and I want to be able to say, you know what, live you, like, be happy. If you like men, you can go like men, man. Go enjoy that shit. But I can't do that. Like, I can't be happy for you because you're not accepted. Like, you can't. Like, other people won't allow you to accept who you are. And
I
that
know
sucks.
someone that's like that. That's actually, he's not black, he's white, but he's a friend from French camp. There's a bunch of them.
And of course, that comes from
little...
that super repressed environment. Of course, there's a lot of that.
I feel like there's somebody in the background that keeps laughing.
Nah, there's no one here. How do we get?
JJ, like,
no one's here. It's just us.
Oh God, yes. God.
She got the name.
Oh, good Lord, yes. Oh, pray.
Yeah.
Oh, from day one.
But
I've known this kid. I've probably known this kid. What? How many years ago did we graduate? 9?
Yeah, 9. It'll be 10 next year.
So I've known this kid for like 13 years myself.
I've known him for well over 20, and
yeah. So okay, fuck yeah. Okay,
but yeah, we went off on a tangent there. But just on a note, world, please let people be themselves. For fuck's sake,
please.
Stop
oh my gosh, he would be a fabulous if he was out, if ever, and he still might come out, but. This is why I hate the South, too. You know what I'm saying?
And speaking...
That's a Southern thing, and we can't even... That's a Southern thing, and we can't even try to say it's not. And that's sad. No. The South has got to get it together.
I was going to say, speaking of homosexuality in the South, and that type of... Have you ever heard of... And this is a conspiracy theory, back to where we started. The idea of a homosexual agenda.
Yes. I've definitely heard that.
Yeah, basically proselytizing homosexuality as a way for homosexuals to take over the world. Take over the country, apparently. Which is...
Okay.
It's one of...
I just think it's natural. It's a population control.
Okay, oh my God. And see, you just drove right into where I wanted to go. Population control. And before we even go on, I have to talk about this. And it's from the B.O.B. song, so it's all back to where we came from originally. So, B.O.B. has a song called Dr. Aiden. And Dr.
Okay, I've heard it.
Great song. You guys should go look it up. But it's called Dr. Aiden. Very great song. And it is about a conspiracy, quote unquote, theory that um, in the 80s, AIDS was purposefully dumped and spread. And the song is about, in particular, a doctor in a South American country who was treating patients for hemophilia, and she was the drug company and the military came in and told her to give out this new drug to her patients. And she was just wanting to, of course, help her patients because they were poor people. And she gave it to them. And then after a few weeks, I think, or a few years, she happened to pick up some files. And those files stated that those drugs that she had given to her patients was contaminated with HIV. And they were purposely allowed to put out there. This is actually not that much of a theory because it is actually pretty real.
Proven, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though some people claim it's not, it's actually there was many lawsuits, and it was even admitted at one point by Pfizer that it happened. So what really happened in real life is that Pfizer was making a drug for hemophiliacs, and that drug did get contaminated with HIV. So they were faced with an option to get rid of all of it, this massive amounts of this drug, or to get rid of it. Like, destroy it or get rid of it. So the government, of course, said, you know what? We don't know about AIDS very well. It's this new disease that is popping up, and we want to know how it's spread. We want to know the virility of it. We want to see how well it moves.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like, okay, well, we can't put this on the American market. Let's put it in South America. Let's put it in these poor Indian and Asian markets where there are a lot of people who need this drug. And if it spreads, it spreads. If it doesn't spread and it's just something we ain't got to worry about a lot, then it's fine. It's no harm, no foul. But of course, it led to large HIV infection rates in these countries. While HIV at that point wasn't a worldwide phenomenon, it suddenly became a worldwide phenomenon. And part of the theory is on a side thing on that theory is the reason they didn't care about the spread of it was that we're going to dump these in these poor countries. So even if it does spread, it's good for the population. We can knock down the population some. That'll help us out.
Well, damn.
And like I said, a lot of people still don't believe it, but it actually came out before. Like it has been, like, it's been said before. And
I believe it.
And see, I believe it because this is nowhere near the first time the U.S. government has done this to people, especially brown people. Of course, Catherine, and the world knows that this is something that's really real. That's something taught in history class. The Tuskegee experiment. You know what that is?
The what?
The Tuskegee experiment.
No.
Well, the American government wanted to find out how syphilis spreads. So they went down to Tuskegee, black Tuskegee, and
Okay.
went to the doctor, and the doctor was giving out medicine to the poor people in the area. Well, the medicine was
Is
used
this
to
like Ebola?
it was syphilis, but kind of, yeah. It was the medicine
Okay.
was used to give these black men, mostly black men, um, syphilis, and to basically spread syphilis to see how it goes. And you can look it up. It's called the Tuskegee Study of Untreated Syphilis in the Negro Male.
What?
Yes, from
Say
1930,
what?
and it was conducted between 1932 and 1972 by the U.S. Public Health Service. 40 years. They
Oh,
spread,
Tuskegee?
yes, they spread syphilis untreated to black people, poor black people in Alabama.
Huh. Interesting.
To see how
And
the
then we're
disease
giving.
spread. And people, if you don't know about syphilis, I'm pretty sure most of you do, but syphilis rots your brain. Literally, rots your brain. It causes you to go insane. So the U.S. government, and this is not a conspiracy, this is not something that's being made up, this is taught in history classes because it's real. They went to a black community, spread syphilis just to see what the fuck happens.
And so here we are now.
Yeah,
The whistleblower.
it's fucked up. That's why with the Flint, Michigan thing, like anytime stuff like that happens, it always happens where majority black places.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not the biggest person on where like everybody's just out to take down the black man or whatever. But like the American government, if there's one set of people that they don't give a shit about just doing shit to, it's black people. Honestly, they probably feel like
True.
they can just make more of us. I mean, slavery, they were breeding us for
But are
years.
they? But are black people in on this too?
Not at first. They didn't know the black people that were given out this medication. They did not know what they were doing. They thought they were treating it. They thought they were treating syphilis. When in fact, they
Gotcha.
were spreading it.
Well, good. Thanks, government, once again,
Yeah.
for
That's
all your for all the blessings you bestow upon us.
that's why as black people, it's black people, we besides everything else that makes us not trust the government, it's shit like that. And of course, on another conspiracy that leads to that goes in with black people and the American government, there's the conspiracy, which honestly I believe it to be true too, that crack cocaine was purposefully leaked into the black community.
Oh, for sure. For sheezy. That definitely happened.
And there's so much evidence that that's real, like that happened. And from the first major crack, not dealers, but kingpins, like the first major black kingpins, you hear them and black gangsters during that time, the early crack epidemic. All their stories are the same. They were dealing drugs, heroin, you know, whatever other drugs they had. Now, mostly heroin at the time. Then all of a sudden, there was a new drug on the market. No one knew where it came from. All they knew was it was cheap and it was highly addictive, and they knew they could make money
Yeah.
off of it. They don't know where it came from. No one, they just don't know where it came from. No one would just made it somewhere or just like, oh, let's make this and sell it. No, it just appeared. And as soon as it appeared, it spread like a virus.
This is true. I believe all of this.
And
And the fact that people don't understand this, and the whole reason that weed is illegal, also.
mhm,
Am I right?
yeah, I
Mhm.
mean the war. I mean, and if you think about it, so not long, not long after the crack epidemic, the war on drugs became a thing. And the war on drugs, its greatest accomplishment hasn't been to stop drugs. It has been the mass incarceration of African Americans in
True.
record numbers. And if you a good read, go read the new Jim Crow. It's about our penitentiary system and how it recreates
Oh,
the effects of slavery. Um,
the prison system is a whole nother. Oh, that's not even a conspiracy.
yeah, but it just it makes sense,
That's an all-out issue.
and especially when the prison system was then becoming more and more privatized. You
Right.
need you need workers. You need workers in this private prison system. You need criminals. So you create criminals. You introduce a drug that's highly addictive to
Right.
poor places where they can afford it, they can make it, they can
Make it.
ship it,
Then you make it illegal.
and then you make it illegal. And then after you make it illegal, say drugs are a problem and they're destroying the country. Let's fight them. Let's destroy them. Well, who we need to go after? Well, obviously the ones doing the drugs. Who was doing the drugs? These people.
True.
A good book, a good series, and this is Gary Webb wrote. Shit. Hold on, let me think of what it's called. Dark Alliance. Go look up Dark
Which one
Alliance.
is that? Right now, Dark
Um,
Alliance.
yeah, he is the one. He's the man that really called major attention to the conspiracy of the crack epidemic.
Oh, okay. Oh, all I'm
And
seeing is a video game. Just
oh
kidding.
no, that's
The crack
yeah,
cocaine explosion.
great game by the way. But yes, he's the one that really reported on the CIA um introducing crack cocaine to the black community, and they did it besides. Okay, they did it besides besides wanting, of course, to create criminals. America was in the business of funding the
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 what?
sorry, they were funding the Contra rebels in Nicaragua, and they were being funded by cocaine money because
Okay.
we were supporting rebels in Nicaragua to overthrow the communist government. Oh, Ronald Reagan.
See, I'm just learning some stuff about
Yeah,
communism. They don't teach much about it in school.
yeah. But Ronald Reagan, also look up the Iran Contra affair because this was a moment where President Ronald Reagan and Roger North, they committed treason. They bought weapons from an American. They brought weapons from an American enemy of America in order to give those weapons to Nicaraguan Contras. It happened. Not Roger North, Oliver North. My bad. But yeah. So they were funding these Nicaraguan countries with cocaine money, and oh, there's a new drug made out of cocaine that we can sell a lot of. I wonder how that happened. But the investigator Webb, who blew the whistle on this, was quote unquote committed suicide in 2004. But it's really hard to commit suicide with
What?
2 bullets to the back of the head.
Oh, but he committed suicide.
Yeah, he, he
Hmm.
shot himself in the back of the head.
Interesting. That's what I would do if I was committing suicide. But then
Yeah.
I know who I'd blame it on too.
So yeah,
That's a joke.
that's fun. Like that's some very fun. If you wanna if you wanna get mad at America, if you really want to get mad in America, go back. Like look at this shit. Like look at this horrible shit that is called a quote unquote conspiracy theory, but it's very real.
Most of them are. They just don't want you to know.
And that it
And on that note, I probably have to go.
yes, it's probably time for us to be wrapping up because honestly, we could go on all day, but we probably
It's
shouldn't.
about to get and it's about to get dark here, so I'm about to run to the store really fast.
All right, and since that will leave only me, and I guess I shouldn't keep this going by myself, talking to myself, and that would be fucking crazy.
You could. A lot of people do their own podcasts.
True, but I don't think the people. I think our listeners want a dialogue.
Okay.
They don't want to hear me ranting angrily for the next 30 minutes, and it's about an hour and a half anyway. So it's usually when we wrap up. So this has been episode 10 of the Outer Voices podcast. We have had a good discussion on conspiracy theories. If you would like us to, do this again, with more people, and talk about some more conspiracy theories, please let us know because I enjoyed the topic. If you enjoyed listening to it, hey, we'll do it again. Honestly, I think we should do it
And let
again.
us know and let us know your thoughts on what we have talked about.
Right, let
If
us
you
know your
listen.
thoughts, and if there's any theories that we didn't talk about or you want to talk about, bring them up.
Bring them up.
Yeah,
Yes,
we will do a part
absolutely.
2 of this, if you like. But as always, this has been Rakeem and our newest co-host, Miss Catherine,
Bye, y'all.
and we will see you all next week. Hopefully, with more hosts. I will have
Yes,
to hunt them
guys, get
down.
it together.
It's been a crazy few weeks with graduation and all this stuff. So hopefully we will be back next week with the full crew. But as for tonight, I will bid you a very good night.
Night, y'all.
Night, y'all. Have a good evening.